Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Ciara Speller. Of course, we're going to have our top 4 at 4 in just a moment. But first, let's have a look at commuter traffic and weather with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, chilly day out there. Lots of snow still on the ground.
Yeah, we got down to 14 below this morning at Westover Air Reserve Base.
Worried that my car wasn't going to start, but we were good.
And you got it going.
Got it going.
That's good. We've almost kind of forgotten about this. Is kind of routine now. Oh, it's below zero again today. And we don't see above freezing air until sometime early to middle of next week. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Let's talk about traffic. Seems like traffic, Ciara, is getting back to more typical midweek commuting traffic. You can see there's the usual backup end of 291 into 91 in downtown, a little backup at the end of 291 merging with the Pike. Otherwise, I'm not seeing any problems, so we're in good shape here. Let's take a look at our clouds and radar. Still watching as this little punch of colder air arrives. You can see that there's some scattered snow shower activity over the Adirondacks and upstate New York. So some of this could get in here, but it's looking less and less likely that that's going to happen. With that said, temperatures are about where we expected them. We're in the low 20s right now, up and down the valley. 14 Pittsfield, 16 in North Adams. Wind chills right now are in the single digits in the valley and actually single digits in the Berkshires. We are expecting some significantly colder wind chill values here this evening, and tomorrow morning we'll track it with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
Now for our top 4 at 4, a man from Ware is facing multiple charges after being arrested for indecent exposure. The Ware Police Department says they began an investigation Monday after receiving reports that a person had exposed themselves to young children. Brendan Lovell was held on $25,000 bond and is expected to be arraigned at the Eastern Hampshire District Court in Belchertown. This afternoon, there are new developments in the case surrounding the death of 11-year-old Jacqueline Mimi Torres Garcia. She's the girl whose remains were found in New Britain, Connecticut last October. One of the suspects, Jonathan Nanita, was in court Wednesday for a probable cause hearing. 4 investigators in the case took the stand, detailing the moments leading up to the discovery of Mimi's remains. One of them also spoke about interviews conducted with Nanita, who claims he was not one of the girl's abusers. He allegedly told police that Mimi's mother and aunt, Carla and Jacqueline Garcia, both of whom are also charged in the case, abused her. Nanita's probable cause hearing continued today. The snow didn't stop the Gray House in Springfield from getting food out to people in need. Last weekend's massive snowstorm left food shelves limited, but despite the cold today, volunteers were out giving whatever they could to people in need. A line of cars filled Sheldon Street in Springfield with people picking up food. The Gray House usually offers a variety of goods for people in need, but because the storm delayed shipments, they dug into their preservative stash to give to those in need. That included non-perishables like canned goods and other food items that have a longer shelf life. Today marks 1 year since that deadly plane crash near Reagan National Airport in Arlington, Virginia. 67 people lost their lives after an American Airlines jet and an Army Black Hawk collided over the Potomac River. This week, the National Transportation Safety Board laid out what they say were some of the contributing factors to the crash. They say it was the placement of a helicopter route so close to one of the airport's runways and a heavy workload among air traffic controllers. The NTSB also says over-reliance on asking pilots to avoid other aircraft was a big factor. Since the crash, the FAA has taken steps to ensure the airspace over D.C. is less crowded. All right, let's have another check at the weather with Brian Lapis. Extreme cold warning right there.
Yeah, so it's all about the wind chills here tonight. So if you're going to be out and about, parking lots are going to be pretty tough tonight with the wind kind of blowing across the pavement. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's take a look at the maps and we'll walk you through it here. So extreme cold warning from the National Weather Service for the Berkshires. 7 o'clock this evening until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Wind chill values possible down to 30 below, and everywhere else in western Massachusetts, a cold weather advisory where wind chills could get down to 20 below, and especially in the middle of the night and the wee hours of tomorrow morning, that's when we expect these wind chill values to be at their coldest. So be ready for it. Wind chill forecast here, our 22 News Storm Team wind chill cast. 4 o'clock this afternoon, single digits to close to zero here. Then by 7 o'clock this evening, notice we're below zero in the Berkshires and also below zero at Orange. So you can see as we get deeper into the night, wind will not be ferocious. We'll have a few gusts over 20 miles per hour, maybe a gust or two to 25. But it's really all about the breeze combined with the actual air temperatures, which are going to be well below zero as well. So you can see here, teens below zero at midnight. Single digits to low teens below zero in the valley overnight, and then early tomorrow morning, teens and 20s below zero. As the sun goes to work, the wind starts to back off a little bit, so these wind chill values come up substantially by noontime. But bottom line, it's going to feel like it's around and below zero for most, if not all, of the day tomorrow. So add a layer if you're going to be outside. At least it'll be sunny. We're still talking about the potential for some light snow here over the weekend. We'll talk about that with our 22 News Storm Team forecast on 22 News at 5.
We are just about a week away from the 2026 Winter Olympics, and you're going to take a live look at Cortina, Italy, where the world's greatest athletes will come together to compete in the Winter Games. These will be the most spread out Olympics in history, with Milan serving as a home base for hockey, figure skating, and speed skating. And Cortina and a handful of other mountain clusters will host skiing, snowboarding, biathlon, sliding sports, and the new Olympic sport of ski mountaineering. The opening ceremony is set for February 6th in Milan, with some competitions beginning on February 4th. The family of fallen Uxbridge police officer Stephen Laporta has received quite the surprise from Patriots owner Robert Kraft. Kraft is sending the Laportas, his wife Shannon, and son Matthew to the Super Bowl. Officer Laporta was killed earlier this month when he was struck by a tractor trailer on Route 146 while helping a driver. Kraft said he's sending Shannon and Matthew to the Super Bowl in Stephen's honor. And now for a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. The Governor's Council has developed a plan to address human trafficking in the Bay State. We'll tell you how the state plans to protect victims. And although the snowstorm has passed, low temperatures remain. We'll share the efforts that are in place to keep the region's most vulnerable population safe. And Super Bowl 60 is a little over a week away. We'll tell you how local businesses are preparing for the big game.
No major delays on our highways, a little bit of a delay at the end of I-291, and there seems to be a bit of a delay on on Route 5 southbound in West Springfield. Otherwise, things seem to be moving fairly smoothly. We'll continue to track traffic and also track the wind chilly air on the way in here for the end of the week and the potential for some snow on Sunday on 22 News at 5.
All right, we thank you for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4. You can join Brian and I live on TV starting at 5, and always get your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News mobile apps.